A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and of course to our wonderful dignitaries as well. We are joining in on a day to celebrate your own tiny tots, to celebrate their achievements, to celebrate the journey that they have come all along with ALTEC and Happy Kids Montessori. So ladies and gentlemen, a very warm, loving and a kind welcome to the ALTEC Awards Ceremony 2025. Now as we embark on a journey of adventure for these kids and a journey of appreciation for our children, we should also ensure that we instill the true values that we as Sri Lankans take forward day by day. And thereby, ladies and gentlemen, staying true to our beliefs, staying true to our culture as Sri Lankans, we will begin today's ceremonious occasion with the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. Now, as you already know, the traditional oil lamp signifies light being emanated, similar to which these tiny young ones have done to your own lives. And thereby, ladies and gentlemen, a kind request to all of you gathered to please rise as the oil lamp is being lit by our wonderful dignitaries, and please join me in welcoming the following dignitaries to light the traditional oil lamp. To begin with, I would like to cordially invite Reverend Father Damien Asukul Ratna to join us in lighting the traditional oil lamp, alongside the founder and directors of ALTEC, Mrs. Charmaine Patterson, and of course her wonderful husband, Mr. Varuna Gamage, alongside the Director of Administration, Mrs. Charmaine Jayawardena, and the Chairman of Happy Kids Education, Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe. Joining along with the panel of dignitaries for lighting of the oil lamp, I would like to also cordially invite the Director of Happy Kids Education, Ms. Pumi Kudaheti, General Manager of Happy Kids, Ms. Nuska Hassan, Branch Manager of Happy Kids, Ms. Sapna Tharushi, and of course the Branch Manager of Happy Kids, Ms. Nusla Shahid, and also finally the Branch Coordinator of Happy Kids, Ms. Hirasa Hijaz. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much to the wonderful dignitaries joining us today alongside their busy schedules on a weekday. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier on, today is a day of celebration, a celebration of young achievers, achievers who have boosted themselves with confidence and, of course, have achieved something at such a remarkably young age. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, since this is a celebration of children, we've decided to bring forth the participants themselves, the awardees themselves, to bring you a grand welcome to today's award ceremony. So ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of love coming in from you, please welcome wonderful two kids joining in to welcome you all with a welcome speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Methu Kiyanulya and Methu Shaini.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Methuki. I warmly welcome our special guests, teachers, parents, and my dear friends to the ALTEC Awarding Ceremony 2025. Today is a proud day for all of us. We work hard, we learn a lot, and now we celebrate our achievement together. Thank you for being here. We hope you enjoy the program. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This ceremony is not only about awards, it's our growth, our confidence, and our journey. Thank you, everyone, for supporting us. Please enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much indeed, young Metuki and Metushani. Can we please have another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? So this is what they have achieved today, and this is just a simple glimpse of how far they've come. Now, of course, we celebrate the excellence that they have dwelled themselves in spoken English, in the language itself, and of course, in their confidence. Now, for them to come this far wasn't a journey done by just themselves. It's a journey accumulation of efforts from you, the wonderful parents and the guardians of these beautiful children, and of course, their amazing teachers. So ladies and gents, like we had a welcome speech from the kids, let's now hear it from the wonderful teachers. Now, of course, to give a teacher's speech, to represent all teachers who have put in their blood and sweat to ensuring these tiny tots have a wonderful time, please welcome Ms. Nusla Shahid with a quick speech about their experiences together. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Ms. Nusla Shahid.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor to pleasure to warm welcome our honorable guest. First, I would like to extend heartfelt welcome Father Damian Arsakularatna, and we are truly honored to have Mrs. Shemaine Patterson, founder of directors of ALTEC, and her husband, Mr. Varna Gamage. A special warmly welcome Mrs. Shame Jawardana, Director of Administration, and warm welcome to Mr. Lahiru Jaisingha, Happy Kids, CEO of Happy Kids Educational Private Limited, and Mrs. Pumikuda Hetty, teachers, parents, and my dear loving children. Thank you all for being here with us today and for gracing this occasion with your presence. Our main subject here is English. They learn to speak English, read and write whatever in English. Why is that? Why do we need English? English is a global language that connects people everywhere. It allows individuals from different countries, cultures, and communities with one another share their thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Because of this, English has become a language that helps people understand each other and increasingly connected the world. English is not the fixed language, it's living language that continues to grow and change every day. New words, phrases, and expressions are constantly added to reflect new inventions, technologies, and social trends. This ability to evolve helps English remain useful, modern, and relevant in parts of the world. Many people think that learning English is difficult or confusing. But in reality, it is not quite simple, especially for children. Children have a natural ability to learn English when they are guided correctly and supported with the right environment and practice. With proper guidance, learning English became a natural and enjoyable process. Today, English is used worldwide for communication, education, and opportunities. It is the language global education, business, science, and technology. Learning English opens doors to knowledge, confidence, and success in a competitive world. In conclusion, English is not just a language we learn, it is a bridge to the world. It gives us a voice that can be heard beyond borders and boundaries. When we learn English, we are not just learning our words, we are preparing ourselves for the future. Let us embrace English as a tool for connection, growth, the global understanding. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nusla. Ms. Nusla is one of our wonderful branch managers here at Happy Kids Education, a true pioneer of the state of education. And just to add to what Ms. Nusla mentioned, English is truly a global language, and you see it everywhere, even on your phones, even on name boards. English is everywhere. But here's the thing. English does not restrict itself to just written or spoken, no. English has its own folds of ways. English has its way of creeping into people's minds in ways that they might not understand. Sometimes it could be in the forms of written articles, in the forms of podcasts that are quite famous recently, and of course in more artistic approaches, similar to poems, to music, to art. Along these lines, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to emphasize is what Ms. Nusra said. Learning English is not necessarily difficult. It's how you do it, it's how you practice it, and the support system that you have, and how motivated you are to truly understand the language. Now, ladies and gentlemen, setting such an example as to how English will be enjoyable to ones who understand and also to the ones who are trying to grasp the language would be through song. And to provide us this example, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a beautiful young lady here to sing a song about rainbows. A wonderful concept for children, a concept covered with a lot of light, love, and color. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the beautiful Kemi Ruhansa.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell a story called The Little Rainbow Cloud. Once upon a time, there was a tiny white cloud in the sky. Her name was Coco. Coco was small, soft, and very shy. She always stayed behind the big clouds because she thought, I am not special like them. One day, the sun called her, Coco, come out, the world needs you. Coco said, but I am just a small cloud. What can I do? The sun smiled and said, you can do something beautiful. So Coco took a deep breath and came out from behind the big clouds, and suddenly a beautiful rainbow appeared. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet shone across the whole sky. All the children on earth shouted, wow, look at the rainbow. Coco felt happy for the first time. She learned that even a small cloud can make a big colorful change in the world. I see a rainbow in the sky. I see a rainbow way up high. I see a rainbow, look with me. How many colors can you see?
I might do a little bit of a trick and ask the audience here what the colors of the rainbows are, but I will not do it this early in the, celebration. I'll do it at the end to see whether you guys were paying attention. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, song, art, poems is something that helps you express yourself in the form of the beautiful language that is English. Alongside this, I think as parents, as guardians, I'm pretty sure that you always ensure that your children read. Am I right? You often ask them to read, not watch, not listen, but read. There is a specific reason as to why we say read. Be it in Sinhala, be it in Tamil, you'll always ask them to read. Because reading amplifies the experience of absorbing knowledge, amplifies the experience of understanding a language, getting your vocabulary polished, getting to know the big words that you like to use and that you prompt your kids to use. Now, these words can be used, again, in multiple ways. And speech, for children specifically, is something that they do enjoy doing. Song and music, yes. Art, we'll love it, they'll definitely love it as well. But then again, as parents, you're keen to understand, can my child confidently walk up to a stage in front of a beautiful audience like this and speak proudly, confidently, emanating, projecting their words clear so that everyone can understand? Well, lucky for you, your children have actually gone through that training. They have achieved it, and they're confident enough to come up on stage, to sing, to dance, and to speak out loud to everyone listening to them. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have one such speech. And this particular speech, I would say, is quite timely right now. Given the fact that Sri Lanka has been going through a bit of a tough time with cyclones and natural disasters, what we as an island nation often want to promote is how wonderful our country is. And that is why we are here. That is why we love our country. And that is why, frankly speaking, ladies and gentlemen, your children are still here and not abroad. That's because you love this country. And to express their love, as their minds can tell, as their hearts can content, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Talia Viheli.
Hello everyone, this is Sri Lanka, the most beautiful country in the South Asia, with magical golden beaches, large jungles, and towering mountains. My motherland is a heaven. Giant tuskers, amazing peacocks, and busy monkeys are common. The taste of Sri Lankan curries are unique. The highlight is people with big smile. Please come over. The Pearl of Indian Ocean waits for you. Thank you. I'm Talia. I am 5 years old.
Thank you so much, Talia. That was beautifully done. I think that captures everything that we know as Sri Lankans about a wonderful island. And also, ladies and gentlemen, 5 years old. She's so tiny. And yet is able to enunciate and put those big words into action. Now, alongside that, ladies and gentlemen, we did a song. We listened to a speech. What's left? I mentioned 3 more. I think I said 3 things. We've done with the speech. We're done with the song. We're left with a poem. Okay, I know the teachers do a better job at this, but I'm just going to attempt on my behalf. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have for you is a poem. Now, this poem will be conducted from students participating, representing the Pearl branch. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the students of Year 1 from the Pearl branch.
Rainbow fish, swimming in the sea. Will you please share a scale with me? We can play. Come and play with me. We can play with the blocks. We can play with the clay. Come and play.
Up next, we have yet another poem. Now, this time, we have three branches coming together to join in on the poem. So, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to the beautiful students of the Pearl branch, the Platinum branch, and the Emerald branch. You see, ladies and gentlemen, a child's mind wanders off quite afar. And that's the reason as to why parents are often told, let your child wander free, so that their forms of creativity will be able to be expressed by themselves in their creative ways. You see, some of them were excited to see the parents in the audience. One of them were distracted. There was a bug flying around. And the other was in their own mind. And that is the beauty of children, you know. Imagine us coming up on stage and trying to do that. That's going to be a problem. So when you let the child be themselves, during the time that the child can be themselves, they are able to express much more freely. And that is the sort of child that Happy Kids Education would like to present to the world. A student, a child enriched with the knowledge, enriched with the technical know-how to go through this wonderful society, and also a person who will understand the true joys of life, to love the little moments, to laugh with the tiny thoughts, and to understand a lot of love, peace, and kindness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful dignitaries, the wonderful dignitaries that are seated right in front of you are here for a reason. They are individuals who understand this testament, who understand what a child should be surrounded with, what sort of services a child requires to be a well-rounded human, what sort of love, affection, and kindness are to be poured into a child's heart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a kind invitation to our wonderful guest of honor to join us, to spread a couple of his words and enlighten us as to how wonderful life is and a little bit of a nuance about our beautiful children. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest of honor for a quick speech to our gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Reverend Father Damien Asukarathna.
Good afternoon, everyone. And special distinguished guests from ALTEC Education Academy, and then also the General Manager of Happy Kids, and dedicated teachers and parents and dear loving children. So this is a wonderful occasion and opportunity for me to be here in the midst of busy schedule these days as we are getting ready for the Christmas celebrations. And every organization from here and there, a lot of institutions, they are inviting us to be with them as they are celebrating their different functions, and especially in days to come, carols to be sung by different institutions. So we try our best. I might try my very best to be available with them at least for a few minutes. So, my dear brothers and sisters and ladies and gentlemen, as we saw and witnessed so far, so as it is said that the kids are kids. I mean, so we as elders and the parents and the teachers, what we need to do, that we need to create opportunities. So the leadership, one of the main responsibilities of the leadership is to create opportunities. So when it comes to the children, so the parents and the teachers and the other institutions like, the ALTEC and then Happy Kids, so it is our main responsibility to create opportunities for the children to enhance their talents and capabilities, and to identify that they can do something worthwhile and something that can be done, so then they realize in this process. So it is up to us to, it is said that, they are like clay that we need to mold them, And then, not that we are going to mold as the way that we want, but we allow them to be creative in this whole process that they create themselves. And we adults, we should not go forcefully and behind them and try to give what we need. But in modern education, that we need to identify the talents and capabilities and the abilities that the children that they are endowed with. So with this little note, I would like to thank the teachers, dedicated teachers. It is not easy for the teachers. If not their dedicated service, dedication, the children will not be able to come up on the stage, and then some will be shy and some will not be comfortable. But then teachers make them comfortable and ready, make them ready to come up on the stage and then present themselves. So as you saw, I noticed one thing, that as soon as they come on stage, I was sharing with my friend, brother who was next to me and from ALTEC, and children, as soon as they come on stage, they look for their mom and dad. Their eyes are going here and there. You could see some, okay, at once they identify, yeah, my dad is there. So one small kid, son was, hi dad. So we cannot keep them. No, don't do that. So kids are kids, we need to allow them to be so. So my dear friends, so I would like to congratulate, and then I have been with Happy Kids and several times. And then there is a very reputed organization and education institution in Gaul, and creating the early days of beautiful children, the sons and daughters. So I wish you God's blessings that you will continue your mission. And it's really, I take it as a mission, because education. So without education, no one would will be able to win the world. If anyone who is having their dreams and determinations and aspirations, so it is only through education that they will be able to win the world. අදනි දෙමාපියනේ මම පොඩි වචනයක් ඔබට කියන්න. අපි වැඩිහිටියන් හැටියට, ගුරුවරුන් හැටියට, දෙමාපියන් හැටියට, ආගමික නායකයන් හැටියට වේවා, අපිට තියෙන ප්‍රධානම දෙයක් තමයි, වගකීමක් තමයි, අපේ දරුවන්ට අපි හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් නිර්මාණය කරන්න ඕන. බලන්න, අපේ පුංචි කාලේට ගියොත් මේ දරුවෝ වගේ අපිට එවැනි opportunities අපිට තිබුණේ නැහැ. මම කියන්නේ ලොකු කාලයක කතන්දරයක්. මගේ වයස අවුරුදු 54යි. එතකොට මම A level කරේ 90 වල. නමුත් මගේ පුංචි කාලේට මම ගියොත් එහෙම මම O level එනකොටත් මම ඉංග්‍රීසි දන්නේ නැහැ. අපිට ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වලත් නැහැ. ඉස්කෝලේ අපිට ඉංග්‍රීසි පාඩම මම දන්නේ නැහැ, ටීචර්ස්ලා ඒ දවස්වල බැයිද මොකද්ද කියන එක දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක තමයි එපා කරකම ටයිම් එක. අපි ඒක තමයි කට් කරන්නේ. කට්ටි පයින්නවා, කට් කරනවා, ගිහිල්ලා කහ ගන්නවා. කො ටීචර්ට ඉන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. කො එයා කියන දේ අපිට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි කියන දේ තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. වවල් එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා මම දන්නේ නැහැ. මම සෙමිනරියට එනකම්. මගේ ප්‍රීස්ලි এডুকেෂන් ස්ටාර්ට් කරනකම් 1987 හිතන්න. අවුරුදු 16ක් යන අය වෙනකොට අවුරුදු 16න් පස්සේ තමයි මොකද්ද ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන භාෂාව ඉගෙන ගන්න ආසාවක්, කැමැත්තක්. අවුරුද්දක් විතර යනකොට ඒක එහෙම ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ඒක ඇත්තටම හැම දරුවෙකුටම ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා එදයි අදයි ගත්තට පස්සේ ළමයිට ගොඩාක් opportunities තියෙනවා. අද මේ language should not be a barrier. language එක barrier එකක් වෙන්න හොඳ නැහැ. ඒක නිසා මේ දරුවොත් එක දෙමාපියොත් පොඩ්ඩක් ඉගෙනගෙන ඒ දරුවන්ව ගයිඩ් කරන්න ඕනේ. අපි දරුවන් ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ස්කූල්ස් වලට යවනවා. නමුත් සමහර වෙලාවට ගෙදරට ආවට පස්සේ අපි කිසිම සපෝට් එකක් නැහැ අපෙන් දරුවට කතා කරන්න. දරුවා රෙස්ට්‍රික්ට් වෙනවා දරුවගේ අර පන්ති කාමරේට විතරක්. ඒක නිසා අපි දරුවන් කම්පැනි කරන පේරන්ට්ස්ලා, වැඩිහිටියෝ, ගාඩියන්ස්ලා හැටියට අපිට තියෙනවා අපිත් ටිකක් හෝම්වර්ක් කරන්න. ඔබ ගොඩක් හෝම්වර්ක් කරනවනේ ගෙවල් මේ දවස්වල නේද? අපේ අම්මලා නම් කවදාවත් හෝම්වර්ක් කරේ නැහැ අපි වෙනුවෙන්. අපේ අම්මලා කවදා ඉස්කෝලේ ගියෙත් නැහැ. අද අපේ අම්මලා තාත්තලාද ඉස්කෝලේ යනවා. කා වෙනුවෙන්ද? දරුවෝ වෙනුවෙන්. එච්චරකටම අද unsafe society එකක් අපිට තියෙනවා. අපිට ඒ තරමටම ළමයිව අතහැරලා දාලා පුතේ ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහලා එන්න කියලා දරුවෝ ඊද නැද්ද කියන එක හොයාගන්න බැරි, විශ්වාසයක් නැති සමාජයක් අපිට අද අපි ක්‍රියේට් කරලා තියෙන අපේ දරුවන්ට. හැබැයි අපේ කාලේ එහෙම නැහැ. මම කියන්නේ අපේ කාලේ කියන්නේ මම 90s වල මම ඉස්කෝලේ ස්ටඩීස් ඉවර කරා. දශක 4-5ක් ගැන මම කතා කරන්නේ මේ. එතකොට නමුත් අද මොනවද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? something has happened, something not positive. ඉතින් අපි දීලා තියෙන සමාජය ඉතින් අපි මේක කරෙක්ට් කරන්න ඕනේ. මේක කරෙක්ට් කරන්න නම් මේක ජනාධිපතිතුමා හරි මේ පාර්ලිමේන්තු එකෙන් හරි ඇවිල්ලා කරන්නේ නැහැ. we have to start from ourselves, our home. අපේ ගෙදරින් අප පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ. ගෘහස්ස පීඩනය, හිංසනය. එතකොට සරත් විජේශ්වරී මහත්තයා කියනවා තලාපෙලා නොදමන දරුවෙක් පාසල් යවන්න කියලා. ඒක නිසා බැරි වෙලාවත් අද අපේ ගෙවල් වල බහුතරයක් ගෘහස්ස හිංසනය තියෙනවා. අම්මලා තාත්තලා අතර ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳ ගන්න බලන්නේ මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ළමයි ඉස්සරහා. සමහර අම්මලා තාත්තලා ඉන්නවා දරුවෝ කිසි දෙයක් දන්නේ නැහැ. දරුවෝ නැති තැනක ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳ ගන්නවා. හැබැයි දරුවෝ ඉන්න තැන ප්‍රශ්න විසඳ ගන්න අම්මලා තාත්තලා භාෂාව, ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ භාෂාව, ඒගොල්ලෝ ක්‍රියා කරන ආකාරය, ඒගොල්ලෝ වයලන්ට් වෙන හැටි මේවා දකින දරුවෝ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මනස තුල හරි ලස්සන අකපොලට වැඩිය ඒ අය හරිම තැති ගැන්මක ඉන්නේ. ඒතර පන්ති කාමරයට ගියාට පස්සේ අපි හිතනවා දරුවා පන්ති ඉන්න කියලා බොඩි එක තියෙනවා. හැබැයි දරුවගේ මයින්ඩ් එක තියෙන වෙන වෙන තැන්වල. ඒගොල්ලන්ට දැනුණු තැන්, ඒගොල්ලන් බය වෙච්ච තැන්, තාත්තා රෆ් වෙච්ච තැන්, තාත්තගේ වියරු බව දැක්ක තැන්. ඒ වගේම එහෙම නැත්නම් අම්මගේ. එතකොට දරුවෝ පන්ති ඉන්නවා නමුත් ඉන්නේ වෙන තැනක, මයින්ඩ් එක වෙන තැනක. ඉතින් ඒක නිසා තමයි කියන්නේ තලාපෙලා නොදමන දරුවෙක් පාසල් යවන්න කියලා පොතක් ලියලා තියෙනවා. අරගෙන කියවන්න. ඒක නිසා අදනේ දෙමාපියනේ දරුවන්ගේ ඉස්කෝලේ යන එක විතරක් නෙමෙයි වැඩේ ඔබගේ දර ආදරණීය අම්මලා තාත්තලා වෙන්න. ඔබ හොඳට ඔබ ආදරය කරන දෙමාපියන් බව දරුවන්ට පෙන්වන්න. ස්වයංපුරුෂයා බිරිඳට ආදරෙන් ඉන්නකොට, බිරිඳ ස්වයංපුරුෂයාට ආදරෙන් ඉන්නකොට ඒක දකින දරුවෝ අපේ අම්මයි තාත්තයි හරිම ආදරෙන් ඉන්න කියලා දකිනකොට ඒ දරුවෝ පුදුම මිරකියුලස් දරුවෝ බවට පත් වෙනවා. ආදරේ දරුවෝ බවට පත් වෙනවා. ස්කූල් এডুকেෂන් එක ලස්සනට කරගෙන යනවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ට හොඳට මතක හිටිනවා. ෆොටෝකෝපි මෙමරි එකක් එනවා. මොකද ඩිස්ට්‍රැක්ෂන්ස් නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලන් තියෙන ආදර ලෝකයක් වර්ල්ඩ් එකක් විතරයි. හැබැයි අපි අද එන්නේ අපේ පවුල්වල ගොඩක්ම තියෙන distracted family atmospheres. නිසා අද නිදෙමාපියනේ ගැන හිතන්න. ඔබ මේවට එන්නකොට මේවට වියදම් කරනවා, සල්ලි වියදම් කරනවා, කාලෙ මිඩංගු කරනවා. ඒ වගේම හොඳම දේ ඔබේ ගෙදර සමහරට මග ඇරෙනවා. නිසා ඒ ගැනත් කල්පනා කරන්න කියලා මම ආගමික නායකයෙක් හැටියට ආදරෙන් අපි බෞද්ධ වේවා, ඉස්ලාම් වේවා, හින්දු වේවා, කතෝලික කිතුණු වේවා අපි මේ රටේ ජනතාව අපි we are human beings. ඒක නිසා අපි හැම දෙනෙම එකතු වෙලා අපේ පවුල් ගොඩනගා ගන්න ඕනි, මේ රට ලස්සන කරන්න ඕනි, අපේ දරුවන්ට එක සේෆ් තැනක් කරන්න ඕන. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Father. And a quick tip to all of our parents. Now, as Reverend Father mentioned, a lot of kids' impressions go through in what they see in their parents, what they see, what they witness in their households. And a quick matter of fact for you, ladies and gentlemen, is did you know that 90% of a child's brain is begun to develop at the ripe age of age 7. So by the time a child reaches 7 years of age, 90% of their brain has already been developed, already captured the nuances on which their life will be then dictated. Their creativity, how they experience life, their expressions to what they feel comfortable with is developed at this very ripe age. As the beautiful guardians and the wonderful parents of these loving kids, we urge you to use that practice at home. Now, English language, ensuring that they're understanding English is just one more step of this process. But helping this step helps the remainder of the steps that will come through in your child's life. So once again, thank you so much, Reverend Father, for joining in on the conversation and enlightening us on that. So can we please have a round of applause, a loving round of applause to Reverend Father Damien Asukaratne. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had music, we had a song, we had a poem, we had a couple of speeches. Now we move into another form of art where English language is quite prominent. This particular form of art ensures that no matter who you are, no matter where you are from, no matter how much of an English knowledge you know, you will always tap into the beat. You will always nod your head to the beat and you will always recognize these songs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, set to perform on this stage a beautiful number of dance. Please welcome the wonderful kids of the branches Emerald and Platinum dancing to Can't Stop the Feeling.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move where you already know, so just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling, so just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. 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 Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say. Can't stop the feeling.